If you told a .NET developer in 2010 that Macs would eventually become one of the best platforms for .NET development, they'd probably have laughed at you. Back then, .NET meant Windows, Visual Studio, IIS, WPF, SQL Server, and giant enterprise desktops. But in 2026, things are very different. .NET is cross-platform. ASP.NET runs beautifully on Linux. Docker dominates back-end development. And Apple Silicon Macs are insanely powerful. So as we move deeper into the AI revolution, you are now, for example, able to comfortably run powerful LLMs locally, in no small part due to the incredible power of the M-series chips. This is huge. To me, this is a standout point for choosing a MacBook Pro as your main development machine. I simply love my MacBook Pro.
Hey, get a room!
With the M-series chips, including the incredibly powerful M5 chip, Apple optimized the entire stack. CPU design, memory architecture, power efficiency, software integration, packaging, and specialized accelerator. One massive optimization in particular that stands out to me with Macs is that traditional systems separate CPU memory and GPU memory. Apple uses unified memory. CPU, GPU, and neural engine share the same memory pool. The benefits of this include less copying of data, lower latency, higher bandwidth, better efficiency for AI and video workloads. This especially helps video editing, ML inference, image processing, and large data sets. But the big question in this video is Mac better than Windows for modern .NET development? Well, for a lot of developers now, I would say yes. In this video, we're going to break down why Macs became amazing for .NET, where Windows still wins, and which platform I'd personally choose in 2026 as a serious .NET developer. Right, let's get into it. Now, firstly, this is certainly not me having a go at Microsoft. On the contrary, the reason this conversation even exists is because Microsoft completely reinvented .NET. The first incarnation of .NET Framework, was deeply tied to Windows. You basically needed Windows APIs, IIS, registry integration, and Microsoft's entire desktop ecosystem. But Microsoft did something radical in 2016. They released .NET Core, which later became modern unified .NET. The unification of .NET occurred with the release of .NET 5 in 2020 and was further cemented with the release of .NET 6 the following year. So .NET now, in many respects, can compete with Java in terms of write once, run anywhere. So suddenly macOS worked, Linux worked, Docker worked, cloud native development exploded. That changed everything. Today, with .NET 10, ASP.NET Core, minimal APIs, Blazor, gRPC, containers, entity framework, AI tooling, cloud workloads all run extremely well on Mac. And that means the operating system matters way less than it used to. So you can take advantage of the incredible hardware offered to you with a MacBook Pro, for example. Please let me know in the comments section what you prefer as your .NET platform for development. Are you still using Windows or have you switched over to Mac? Of course, all comments are welcome. I love reading your insights. And if you're liking this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, and please ring that bell so that you'll be notified of future content. Please share this video with anyone you feel may benefit from it. So, why are Macs so good now? The M series chips completely changed developer workflows. The battery life is incredible. You can run Docker containers, local databases, VS Code, browser tabs, AI tools, terminals, emulators, LLMs locally all day without your laptop sounding like a jet engine. A lot of Windows laptops are powerful, but many still struggle with thermals, fan noise, battery drain, standby reliability. MacBooks became the it just works machine for developers, especially back-end developers. UNIX matters more than people admit. macOS is Unix based. This is huge because modern development revolves around Linux tooling, shell environments, containers, SSH, Kubernetes, package managers, cloud infrastructure. On a Mac, Bash works naturally. ZSH works naturally. Docker feels natural. Homebrew is fantastic. Terminal tooling is first class. Meanwhile, Windows spent years trying to catch up with WSL, PowerShell modernization, Linux compatibility layers. Okay, having said that, WSL is actually quite impressive now, but macOS still feels cleaner and more native for Linux-style development, especially for cloud engineers, ASP.NET, backend devs, DevOps, heavy workloads. Docker is usually smoother on Mac. Modern .NET development is container heavy, and Docker workflows tend to feel extremely polished on Mac, especially with ASP.NET, microservices, Postgres, Redis, AI inference containers, local Kubernetes setups. But to be fair, Windows plus WSL2 improved Docker dramatically. But many developers still report fewer, weirder edge cases, simpler networking, cleaner terminal workflows on Mac. VS Code became the center of modern .NET. This is another massive shift. Years ago, Visual Studio on Windows was everything. But today, a huge amount of .NET development happens in VS Code. JetBrains Rider, terminals, cloud tooling. And those tools run beautifully on Mac, especially Rider. A lot of senior .NET engineers now use Rider on macOS as their primary setup, where Windows still wins over Mac. Now, let's be fair. There are still areas where Windows absolutely dominates, and some are big. Legacy Enterprise.NET. If your company still depends on .NET Framework, WPF, WinForms, COM components, Active Directory integrations, old IIS deployments, Windows still wins no contest. Mac simply cannot replace Windows for those workloads. Visual Studio on Windows is still elite. Visual Studio community and professional on Windows remain incredibly powerful, especially for enterprise debugging, advanced profilers, huge solutions, Azure integration, desktop app development. Visual Studio for Mac is now gone. Microsoft retired it. So on Mac, your main options are JetBrains Rider, VS Code, or CLI workflows. For many developers, that's perfectly fine, but some enterprise teams still rely heavily on full Visual Studio. I must say, of course, full Visual Studio on Windows is still elite and an excellent option for development of .NET apps. Native Windows desktop deployment. If you're building WPF apps, WinUI apps, enterprise desktop tools, Windows obviously wins because those technologies are Windows technologies. Mac is not replacing that ecosystem. Modern .NET is cloud first. Modern .NET development is no longer centered around Windows desktops. It's centered around containers, APIs, cloud infrastructure, Linux servers, Kubernetes, CI/CD pipelines, GitHub Actions, AI integrations. Meaning your local machine matters less than productivity, speed, battery life, terminal workflows, reliability. And this is where Macs become incredibly attractive, because the modern .NET developer often spends most of their time in terminals, in VS Code, inside Docker, deploying to Linux cloud infrastructure, not inside giant Windows desktop ecosystems anymore. Why many senior devs switched? There's a reason. A lot of experienced developers quietly moved to Mac. It's not because Macs are magical, but because the overall experience became extremely polished. With Macs, you get fantastic hardware, incredible battery life, strong UNIX tooling, excellent terminals, stable development environments, high-quality displays, and now excellent .NET support. For many developers, that combination simply feels better day to day, especially if you work remotely, travel, do cloud-native work, build APIs, or use AI-heavy tooling. So is Mac better than Windows for .NET 10 developers? In many cases, I would actually say yes, especially for ASP.NET Core, cloud-native development, Docker, AI integrations, cross-platform apps, back-end engineering. It's also great for running LLMs locally. It can handle the workload demands efficiently. But Windows still dominates legacy enterprise systems, desktop app development, and certain corporate environments. The truth is, .NET itself evolved beyond Windows, and that completely changed the game. So Microsoft evolved .NET beyond the Windows platform, and Mac is certainly a great option as your main .NET development platform. This, of course, is subjective. For certain legacy apps, it may be appropriate to use a Windows platform. And of course, let me just say that Visual Studio on Windows is still an elite option. So in closing, flexibility and sophistication of .NET now allows developers to choose from a variety of platforms, and I absolutely love my MacBook Pro, being in many cases my main development platform. I also create a lot of free educational video content, and I find that my MacBook Pro is without doubt the best option for video editing. I haven't yet upgraded to the M5 chip. I'm still on the M2 chip, but I'm hopefully going to upgrade to the M5 chip in the next year or so. I really think that will be a game changer for me. For video editing, hosting LLMs locally for AI-assisted development or AI integrations, I really think that will be a game changer for me. For video editing, hosting LLMs locally for AI-assisted development or AI integrations. We live in exciting times where technology truly empowers us with mind-blowing and, in a sense, magical abilities. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments what your preferred .NET development platform is. Are you still using Windows, or have you switched over to Mac? Of course, all comments are welcome. I love reading your insights. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. And please don't forget to ring the bell so that you'll be notified of future content. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you feel may benefit from it. If you'd like to thank me by buying me a coffee, you can do that at my Buy Me a Coffee webpage at this URL. It will, of course, be greatly appreciated. I think it would be great if you followed me on X. My username is Gavin Digital. I hope to see you soon. Thank you, and take care.